guess I just don't know how to react in that situation. If we kill them, how do we get back? If we don't kill them, how do we ensure that being around them isn't going to get us killed?
You guys are whispering, right?
Yeah.
I think they're mind talking.
Oh, they're mind talking. Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. Nim's just like, well, right now, they kind of can't.
Can't?
They cannot.
Wait, did Nim cast Detect Thoughts?
I have it as a free spell once. So while I can't actually cast it, I can cast it.
And Yellow was like, can't?
Oh, yeah. Well, they kind of can't right now, because right now, they feel like their lives are in danger if anything happens to us. So, if anything, they would ensure that we're safe at all times. But also, I feel like they're just as afraid of us as you are of them.
I doubt that. They're the aggressors.
Kiala, I don't know this, but on the battlefield, I don't know if you know this, but on the battlefield, you're terrifying. I don't think they would want to fight someone who's gone toe-to-toe with almost everything in Zanzibar's desert.
But they have their numbers.
Kiala, we decimated a whole town almost single-handedly.
Nim's just speaking hard facts right now. It's just really weird. Just like, Yella, we decimated in a whole town.
We wiped something off the map.
Well, we didn't wipe it off
Well,
the map. We
Zanzibar
killed
does
a tiny proportion of everyone that was there. And then...
Decimated. We took out a cult leader. It's fine.
We?
They were devastated. Alright, you and Kiala. Okay?
They don't know who's particularly killed what. Ah, Sansa.
Look, point is, let me help Yella. Did Yella say anything to we took out a whole town? Almost.
It's not quite the same.
How is it not the same?
Those were villagers.
I would call them crazies, but sure.
These are villagers, but on a boat.
What's the difference here? These are just people who happen to have weapons. And this entire time we've seen them, they've only drawn them. This entire time we've seen them on the boat is what I'm talking about. This entire time on the boat. I want to specify this.
Listen, the only person you've gotten shot by is Samson, and you were able to live.
Yeah, but like, Simpson wasn't shooting to murder her.
Neither were they.
True.
They were just silently pointing their guns in a position that I assume wasn't friendly.
Even if they were, you could probably take a few shots.
Point at
Shut up, Samson, you're too far away.
I'm Samson.
I'm Mr. Samson!
Go away, Merrymaker.
I'm not here. The only way I'd be in this conversation is if you were thinking about me.
What?
Don't worry about it. This entire time we've been on the boat, not only has no one even pulled a weapon, actually, before I say that, are people holding weapons, like, on their person right now?
I mean, yes, just about every single person on this boat. In fact, every single person on this boat that is a pirate has some weapon, if not multiple, strapped to their belt or hanging off their back.
And the only one who pulled their weapon was Yella.
So, Nim will say, I'm pretty sure in a fight you could take most of these people.
And
Samson could take out, like, the rest. But I don't think we'd have to.
That's not the point. If I felt that I was fine to just hit them, there wouldn't be this big of an issue.
I mean, it's fine to have issues with them. I want to say, they almost shot us, but they just punched Samson.
And why is that better?
Well,
It
because
was
it's not
only
like you can just
Samson.
make your issues go away by sweeping them under the rug.
Damn it, Samson! How many things do I have to do to make you realize that people care about you? Shit.
The best part
So-
is the one who punched Samson was the very person she was talking to.
So, Nim will
Because he's the
go.
one. She knows that he's the one who actually has the power, and he was like, "Yeah, I actually don't." She was like, "Okay."
That was not the takeaway from his message.
Oh yeah, no, she took it out of context because only she knows what she's thinking. But like, when he was saying like, "Oh hey, they're just gonna do what they're gonna do," she's like, "Alright."
You know, it's funny because Hyala actually has a power to help people read her mind.
It's called your voice! Anyway,
Xiao's
Nim will
just
go.
gonna go for those panic attacks. By
So,
the way,
Nim will
you
go-
still never responded to that other...
We've been playing a game.
I know!
You can wait!
Kill and Nim are having a talk. This never happens.
You know what? That is true.
Yeah.
It's always Nim just babbling about hunting.
Nim's
circuses.
adult. Nim is adulting, and it is very strange.
Nim's like, I've literally conquered drowning right now. I'm going to have to be an adult.
Oh my god, the more things Nim masters under Zanzibar's teaching, the more adult she becomes.
That is
Oh.
not what's happening. This is Nim on having sugar withdrawal and now getting.
Holy shit,
Directly
Nim becomes an
correlates.
adult without sugar? Fuck yeah! We're more sugar withdrawal.
Word.
No, I'm saying she's only able to do this because now she has sugar.
But the waffle wasn't sweet.
Nim,
That doesn't
Sweet.
count. That doesn't count.
emotionally sweet.
You-
Xantax didn't have to give her one, he gave her one. It's fine. Nim's Gucci. Nim owns Gucci.
Okay.
Anyway.
So
Ah,
Zanzibar
I
just
get
has-
it.
Zanzibar
Carbs-
just has to give carbs to Nim.
And she synthesizes it into sugar,
Yeah.
as opposed
I-
to the other way around.
Anyway, side tangent aside, Nim will go, it's fine to have issues. Because it's one of those things, everyone has their issues. But this is one of those things like I wrote in the letter. You can depend on me or Samson if you have a problem. There's a give and take here. It's
What
fine to not
exactly-
always be able to give, huh?
Goddamn.
What exactly are you able to give when he's spurring them on?
Thunderstep and electrocute a wide range of people. No, but what Nim will actually say is, it varies by situation, but I have a plethora of spells I can use, and not all of them are attacking, believe it or not.
I just wondered what would happen if you would do something.
If I would do something?
I mean, if you were to use a spell against them, even if it wasn't an attack, how are they likely to take it?
So you wouldn't know this, but I have a very specific spell in mind that would cover this whole boat.
Cover?
Yes.
In what?
Death.
I'm laughing, not Nim.
Peanut butter.
So when I say cover, I just mean it ensures that most of the people would be rather accommodating afterwards.
And you think there would be no retaliation for that?
Nothing that they could do about it.
But surely the spell doesn't last forever.
Be like 13 seconds to check.
1, 2,
Not 13
Three,
actual seconds.
11,
5,
49,
6,
72,
7,
12,
8,
14,
143.
12,
Hey!
1,
12,
Hey!
12,
3.
12,
12.
12,
So Nim
12,
says,
12.
Nim will
Oh,
essentially
good job.
say,
What is this?
long enough to at least ensure that the next, once the spell's gone, we would be fine.
And is that an amount of time they're not working?
Oh yeah, they wouldn't be able to move. Unless I let them.
So... how does that help?
As I said, they'd be more accommodating, but there's no point in it right now, as we're fine. We're Gucci, fam. You see these Prada shoes?
The only other option I could think is to try and become desensitized to it.
I don't think desensitizing yourself would be very helpful.
Hmm?
I don't think desensitizing yourself would be very helpful.
But if I'm blacking out, that's no good for anyone.
I'd say it's more no good for you than anything, because it just make me and Samson worry.
It gets people killed.
We're not in the heat of battle. How are you gonna die unless you fall overboard?
But we don't know that that would be prevented.
Just like we don't know that they're gonna draw their swords on us again.
But the risk of it seems likely enough, given that it's happened, to not discount it.
I'm not saying to discount it, but right now we actually have the upper hand.
You think so?
I know so.
Kel's gonna scan the crowd, be like, you think we could kill them all? Take over the boat?
I mean, we really could, but none of us know how to drive.
Zanzibar knows how to drive.
But would he really?
He really wants us to deliver that sword. We can't do that at the bottom of the ocean.
Okay, sometimes I'm like, I mean, we probably really could, but I think it'd be a lot smoother. These boats have a lot of working parts if we don't.
Of course, it's better if they simply don't cause more problems.
I'll get you a sign that reads "Stay 30 feet away." It's above game. I don't think this would be helpful to the current conversation.
I'm not sure if I should leave you two alone anymore.
What do you mean?
This conversation has turned into, yeah, we could totally murder all these pirates.
I said
No,
we
but-
could, but we should not.
The
Bella's
last
gonna look at
time-
Nim, still just thinking, and be like, if we had to, would you do it?
It's like, I mean, I really hope we don't have to. That's kind of a cross that bridge when we come to it, sort of thing.
The last time you two had a conversation like this, it was, wow, Samson kind of goes crazy in battle. What if he attacks us? You think we should kill him?
See, you're revolving around that. I'm still revolving to, the only other option would be to desensitize myself to this problem. I don't think that's a very good idea. You shouldn't do that. Don't solve your issue. It's better for you.
No, I mean, like, don't
She's-
just, like...
Yeah, she's planning on taking her emotions and putting them in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that
yeah.
was the
Yeah,
wrong
don't
definition
shove
of the
problem
term.
away.
I thought you meant actual desensitization. Like,
No.
therapeutic
Why
getting
would
rid of
we
the
have
problem.
progression in this campaign?
I have no idea. I'm just an absolute momo for thinking of such a thing.
Almost a therapist.
Yeah.
Momo's the problem.
Momo could help.
I just realized. Oh god, that is funny for several reasons. One, it's an expression. Two, it's a name. And three, it's the name of a therapist.
Word.
And a fruit.
Layers!
That peaches don't have. Anyway.
No,
Man,
Peaches
now I
do
don't
not
know if
have
I need to
layers.
say the thing that was gonna be said.
Shake.
Do it. Do it.
Let's kill Samson first so he can't stop us.
It does pertain to Samson.
Oh no! Do
I'm
it!
gonna revise it slightly.
Don't!
No,
just have her
say
ask.
your original,
Keep
nerd.
it raw! Raw!
Have we moved at all, or are we just like talking mentally right here?
I mean, I assume we're a little farther away from the door, but Tiala wasn't like active. She may have like gone over here to like the side.
Ah,
Okay.
yes, standing right next to a pirate.
Well, that's his fault for being in the way. Anyways.
Ah, yes, the absolute most
I feel like
normal
Kiala
thing.
would glare at him until they step aside.
No, she's.
Oh, really?
She's more than content to ignore their existence. It's fine if it's just like a dude and he's not paying attention to us.
It's fine if it's just an NPC.
No, the problem is when she's being overcrowded and like by people who previously, when they overcrowded, were pointing guns at her face and blaming her for something she didn't do and hurting Samson and threatening to hurt Nim.
Legit almost asked, when was Nim threatened?
We were all being threatened.
Yeah, we were
Nim may
all
not
being
have been aware of this. In her La La Land.
In my, oh no, Samson's getting beat up.
Yeah, she's just gonna be like, do you think we would have Merrymaker on that as well?
I feel like someone would have to shoot him first.
We'll stage them to shoot him.
But again, I don't think it'll ever come to that. Because, like I said, they're in a position where they can't actively hurt us, and it makes no sense for them to hurt us.
It didn't make sense for them to hurt us earlier. Didn't seem to stop them then.
And they've learned. In Nim's head, not in Kiala's head, I think.
We haven't really seen them. The remorse doesn't seem to be there. I doubt they are even aware of everything that happened. Not that they could be.
Okay, I have to ask this. Was Nim ever apologized to? By any of the pirates?
No.
Yeah, I thought not, because why would anyone apologize to Nim?
Well, it's
That's a
more
very
so
dim thought.
the, like, two sides of the coin. Again, yes, from the party's perspective, you got threatened for something you didn't do. From their
No, I
perspective,
get it. I was asking.
two of your comrades literally committed murder, and they defended the people. So
No,
they
I'm
wouldn't have
aware.
apologized.
I was asking if they apologized for holding us at gunpoint around Nim. Then I could say, well, when they apologized, they at least seem remorseful, but no one ever said sorry around Nim, so Nim doesn't
Yeah.
even know that an apology
There's
happened.
one person who said an apology to Samson as they were walking to Granny's aunt.
And then also, Rosebeard said sorry to Kiala when she was
He-
in the office, but again, Nim
He
was
didn't
never
really
there.
say sorry to Hyala so much as he said he was like, I already apologized, and she's like, literally, first of all, that's not the problem.
Second of all, apology not accepted.
Probably
Because
better
apology
next time.
not really given. But again,
I-
like, what they did to her, they have no way of knowing, so there's not really a reason they would have apologized. That's not the
Yeah.
issue. The issue is she's scared of them and nothing has been done to, like, make her feel better. It's just made
Yeah.
her feel worse.
She also hasn't vocalized the issue.
Nim has, haha. I'm just not aware.
Vocalizing trauma is scary.
Technically, we're mentalizing all this conversation because it's in our heads.
Yeah, because admitting what happened is admitting to her weakness to people she is actively afraid want to kill her.
So what Nim will say is, well, I think this conversation's going in circles. The pirates won't fight us, and we have no reason to fight the pirates. But, how can I help make you more comfortable? Because we're gonna be here a bit.
Well, I had one idea.
You have what?
One idea.
What's that? That's hopefully not kill the pirates. I have no ideas.
Keep me unconscious.
I'm not gonna knock you out and put you in a coma. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. Well, I can't today. I'm like out of magic.
Her ears kind of flattened. She looks at the ground.
I only have super smart Alec things to say that are so not helpful. Like, you just said you can't help if you're blacking out, and you think being unconscious is gonna be better. What the heck?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's not. It's like,
And she feels bad about that.
yeah. So Nim's gonna be like, "Give me your hand.
What?
Give me your hand.
Why?
Give me your hand, please."
Hyella puts her hand on top of Nim's head.
And Nim stabs Hyella with one of the poisoned bolts.
Oh my
Do it.
god!
Do it! Knock her out!
No!
Oh,
I would
yo,
not
you'll be
knock you out,
conscious.
and we don't have someone to heal you. Oh my god!
That's the point!
No!
And for all that talk of hating death, Hyella seems to be welcoming it.
So,
I mean...
what Nim will do is, she'll gently take Yella's paw, place it in her other hand, and then gently clasp it, and then verbally say, "Is that guy still just chilling near us, or has he walked off?"
He's still, like, sitting there tending to the cannon and...
Verbally
doing
say,
work.
turns to guy.
No, okay, you know what I mean.
That is what I thought at first. I'm like, wait, Nim, what are you doing?
Alright,
Why
this
are you
guy's still
narrating
telling
your
me-
actions?
This is too personal to say out loud. Nim goes back to... Okay, so, yeah, Nim's like, "I promise that we'll take this day by day. In sickness and in health. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it."
And Nim takes the ring
We're
that
married
Hyella
now.
got.
Okay, but on a real note, she's like, "I promise that we'll take this day by day, and even if you're not fully comfortable, I'll do my best to ensure that you're as comfortable as can be without being unconscious or fighting. Show you I'm capable." Inner Nim, not mentally talking to Yala Nim. So I'll help you like you've helped me, fam. So, if it eases the burden even a little bit on you,
You're back being unconscious?
no, I'll find a way to help while you're conscious.
Suppose I'll have to rely on you then.
No one's ever said those words to me. No one doesn't say that, I do. Oh my god. There's responsibility on my shoulders. I'm excited and scared. Okay.
Damn, give a girl a hat and it means nothing.
No,
Tell her you're
Nim
gonna
wore
rely
the
on
hat with
her.
pride. And style. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, but Nim's like, let's you go join Samson before he, like, does something dumb. And then we'll take Yella's hand and start walking off. Well, she still
I
has
was
it.
gonna sort of hold back a bit and be like, do we have to?
If you don't want to, that's also fine.
Let's just gonna move a little more away from the pirate, like tucked behind these stairs. Just be like,
God, it's like a hidey hole.
yeah.
That's what Nim says. It's like a hidey hole.
I haven't heard it called something like that before, but sure. She's gonna take a seat.
the side of the boat.
I can't fit in there because the
Yeah.
hexagon is halfway off.
We can use our imaginations.
So what Nim will actually do if there's not enough space, she'll shrink down as much as possible to fit.
I literally just saw the Nezuko gif of her just shrinking to fit in the box. Whee!
Yeah, essentially. Shrink down
Nim is
to an actual.
Nezuko confirmed. Can't wait for her to become a demon.
Nim's already a demon emotionally. Anyway, so Nim will scoot down and sit next to Yala.
I'll just go lean on her.
Nim will let this happen. Except Nim's probably like fairly short, so it's probably more awkward for Yala.
Shell is just acting like a big dog, trying to sit in Nim's lap.
A dog that doesn't realize it is no longer a lapdog.
Oh, exactly. Shell is
Like
just
Clifford.
the
Shell is a
that doesn't-
cat.
Almost like she's a giant cat.
And Nim's 2 feet tall.
Nim is
Ah.
being suffocated by Hyalifer.
Nah, Nim's fine.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's not like putting all of her weight on Nim. She's just
Which
kind
is
of leaning.
appreciated. Would you like it if I played some soft music? I know you like music.
Do you like jazz?
You like
You
jazz,
like
kid?
Jazz!
She'll just go shake her head.
Jazz!
No, I don't think any noise is needed.
Okay. Ask, do you want me to just rattle on, or do you want to talk?
Kiala's probably not going to say much more. Unless, ask something specific that she knows how to answer.
Are you
Just-
comfortable?
Not most things. Yeah.
Good.
She's just going to... She's gonna move in a second, and then just be like, hey, wait a second. Where are all my weapons?
Oh god! I've been disarmed! Engages in second panic attack.
No.
No,
I
she
think
just only just now noticed, because she's been too stressed to before now.
I think Samson still has them from when you tripped earlier.
I see.
You're still lying.
And Nim commits.
I'm trusting you, Nim. Lies to face.
Hey, Nim said she would ease her burden, and the lie is easing the burden.
Word.
It's basically
Do you feel-
nighttime, by the way.
Hmm.
It's dark. It's dark out.
Why do you sleep outside all the time?
Hmm?
Like, yeah.
Because I think on the boat, I don't know if I ever saw you, like, go in your room. On the other boat.
It's simply a bit strange.
Do you not have a bed back home?
Well, there's the rooms we have for school, but we're only there sometimes.
Where are you the rest of the time?
A few places. Sometimes other people's rooms.
I was
Getting
just
around,
about to say.
getting around. Ah, it always comes back to the bedroom.
Yeah, it's like the comfiest place ever.
But yeah, she's just gonna be like, well, here in particular it's different. The outside's just a better temperature.
Is it because it's been too hot?
She nods.
Do you want some more cold water?
I'm okay right now.
Hmm?
Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay.
It's always
Yeah.
nice sitting by a friend.
Man, the last time Nim asked for Yala's hand on this boat, Yala hated her forever.
Actually, the problem was that Nim didn't ask.
We're closing
Yeah.
so many circles!
This is also probably going to be the actual last time Nim has a super emotional talk.
Nah. Kiala's still got problems.
But I
Yeah.
hope Samson fixes.
We haven't even fixed one of Yala's problems.
Nim's working on it. Give her some time. She just found out like 5 minutes ago.
She's gonna chant the thing to herself a few more times.
How much of this does Nim hear? Can I do?
I mean, Nim is right there. I assume she hears most of it.
So when Yala's done chanting it, Nim's gonna repeat it back. Kind of like she did with Yala's swear words.
Just gonna pet Nim's head.
Nim debates on petting Yala back.
Oh,
There's
God! I just read through some of the long-term madness things. Yala's literally 1 through 10ing. The character feels compelled to repeat a specific activity over and over, such as washing hands, touching things, praying, or counting coins.
Yeet.
She's literally just chanting the same thing over and over.
No, you know, it's the kind of thing she'd chant during the war.
Oh God, it is long-term madness!
Yeah, so you can't hurt Yala more than I've already hurt Yala.
Nim will make a note to memorize this phrase.
Hakuna
Oh
Matata.
Later.
God, the character suffers extreme paranoia. The character has disadvantage. She's already doing that.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this table's pretty harmless.
I'm starting to think Yala is just mad. She's just
No,
gone
Yala's
mad without
fine.
us sympathy.
She has a mental condition.
I know! She might actually just be driven mad.
No, not allowed.
Mad enough to develop a mental condition. Oh wait.
So, what time is it in terms
The
of...
character is blinded or deafened literally earlier!
I'm asking a DM question. What time is it in terms of dinner?
Time for food.
Yeah, even though, Nim ate more recently than anyone else, you'll hear Nim's stomach growl. And then she will timidly ask, do you think it's time for dinner yet?
Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry. Yes.
Then yes.
Yeah, pulls on a knife.
Eats Nim. Okay, dinner.
How Shella just picks Nim up because she's so small.
No, thank you.
And did you do the thing
You
yet?
did everything
Because
you
I
needed
did
to
the thing, yeah!
But yeah, Hyala's just gonna be like, do you want a ration, or want to see what the kitchen has cooked up?
Well, to be honest, I'm quite curious what they're making, because they eat this every day, so they've got to be good at it, right? I wish you could see the face I'm making right now.
Hyala's probably making it too. To the extent that Hyala makes faces.
Do you not think so?
I have doubts, but you're welcome to go and see.
Alright, I'll come back and tell you the deets.
She's gonna be like, could you bring a platter?
Of course. Johnny better not have been listening. Yeah, and then wherever dinner's being served, he was gonna go to.
Well, you start looking around for dinner, and something definitely has been cooking under deck.
Sausages.
No, those are gonna take some time.
Yeah.
Oh.
And as I'm guessing you started heading for downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you start making your way away from Hyala, who you are leaving underneath the stairs to hide away.
Mm-hmm.
We'll visit Samson again, who, what have you been doing besides
Balancing
balancing a
a gun on his
revolver
nose.
on your nose?
Well, he got bored of that. All the pirates are working, and it's getting, dark. So he can't read the book.
Go hang out with
So-
Johnny.
Samson, this whole time, has just been thinking about that thing him and Yala were talking about before Yala's incident.
Which thing?
The whole, hey, stupid, you gotta live for yourself.
Live for
Come on.
yourself, Baka!
Come on!
Come on!
Come on!
Yeah, and as... Uh-oh, why'd Shay drop out of roll 20?
Shay hates us.
Oh, I accidentally closed out.
R.I.P.
Shay's like, I'm not involved in this scene anymore, fuck this campaign.
She's like, I can't emotionally deal with this anymore. Give me a minute.
Yeah, so while you're contemplating that, you'll just see Zanzibar get up, and he just walks over to the railing and rubs his hand across it. And you hear him start muttering something to himself. And it sounds a little more aggravated than, you know, Zanzibar's usual tone of voice.
Ah, were you saying something?
And, you know, the sun's setting, so it or already has set, so it's kind of like twilight. And he just looks at you, and you see the glow of his irises.
Can
Nothing.
you not do that?
Don't worry your pretty little head about it. As he just rubs the banister one more time, you see a little sparkly little magical glow happen.
Why do I feel like I'm being judged?
Now, I know you told me not to worry about it, but this seems like the kind of thing that you need to say to someone.
It's okay, you can talk to me.
And he just sniffs, looks at you. Fine, jot down notes. I can't
Okay.
stand invalids. And he just starts walking off towards the underside of the deck.
First off, I can't believe that someone would cook such disgusting gunk and then serve it? The audacity!
Samson just said, in veal
In, in village? I'll ask what that means later.
So, noon, you go down.
Down, down.
I'm
Jim's
assuming,
whistling a random tune.
yeah, you follow, you know, a good few steps behind Zanzibar, because as you walk up, you see him go down. And you see a big pot, you know, like a kind of like wok dish. Shallow, big, round, sitting there, and it's been bubbling this entire time. Slow cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And he just walks over to it. And I'm assuming you walk up next to him or near him, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has a smell.
It smells absolutely divine.
Are you saying that sarcastically or realistically?
Realistically, like, this smells on par with what you would have been served at home.
This reminds me of home.
Oh, I'm flattered. As he just takes a big ladle and starts pushing it through. I'm guessing you're hungry.
I keep wanting to say I'm always hungry.
I'm always hungry.
I'm like always hungry. I'm like a
Ice cream,
bottomless pit,
please.
except I only eat really small meals. Probably why.
Alright, you said that with Valley Girl inflection, so I'm not sure that was in-game.
It was not a game. Nim says, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And he just takes out a bowl, pours a nice, healthy serving, and just passes it off to you. There,
Can I-
eat.
Thank you. Can I have one for Gala?
And you just see him actively roll his eyes. Oh, but of course. And he'll pour another bowl and hand that off to you.
Yay! Thank you. Is Samson like trailing along?
No?
Okay.
Samson just sitting
Also
there
wants
taking
food.
notes.
Yeah.
You sound
Does
irritated.
Does Samson want food?
Samson's a little hungry.
You were with Samson earlier. Where is he?
He's still up on the deck. He's been stuck in his brain.
I can bring him food too.
You can hand him 2 bowls. I can bring a bowl up for Samson. Speaking
Okay.
of the rest of this boat. Hey! Food! Eat or starve!
You sound irritated.
When don't I get to be irritated?
I didn't say you couldn't be irritated. I just said you sound irritated.
Well, I am.
Why?
Why?
Because things exist and they irritate me.
Is it something in the nearby vicinity?
Child, we are on a boat in the middle of the Central Ocean. What exactly do you think could be outside of nearby and still exist?
The king.
I figure you have a wider scope of vicinity than I'll ever have, and so things that bug you, probably I would never know.
Yeah, you can be in someone's head from across the globe. Like,
Something's living in Xantax's head rent free right now.
like for all we know, Yagati is in your head going.
So, at that,
Yagiti's in his head going.
Yagi, yagi,
Yagati,
yagi,
yagati,
yagi.
yagati.
but yeah, as you
Yeah.
say that, what you see next could probably scare the life out of a ghost. Because you see
Lifing.
the ladle just kind of like slump down into the bowl. And he's just kind of standing there thinking for a second. He's like, "You're right. I'm sorry." And he just pours himself a bowl and then pours another one. You've got a lot of work tomorrow. Make sure you eat up and get good sleep. Like I said, you're getting up early.
How early is early?
And he stops, looks at you. You're getting up at 4.
Oh my god!
4 doesn't exist.
You're going to find out what it looks like when the sun rises. Congratulations. Welcome to real school.
I don't want
And at that, he just starts walking up the stairs.
Nim is sad.
Nim is
I've never
depression.
woken up that early in my life. Decidedly have slept in on purpose because no one would tell Nim otherwise.
Nim's getting like the school of hard knocks. She's getting told when to wake up. She's being worked hard. She's getting fed hard. And everything about Nim's life right now is getting reasonably harder.
Gotta deal with emotions now, but I gotta help Hyala.
God, Nim's gonna adult so fast, it's gonna be terrifying to watch. Good terrifying, but it's gonna be terrifying.
I can't wait to see how Nim fucks this up. Anyway, Nim will swallow her emotions because she's about to have food, and we'll go back to Yella. Not happy with the current situation. 4 a.m. is ridiculous.
Are you okay? Just waterworks. Complete open
not
fire
to
hydrant.
tears. She's just like, I don't want to wake up that early. I'm still asleep at that time. But Nim will come back and hand Yella a bowl.
She takes it and goes nom nom nom.
Nim will do the same.
And Zanzibar will hand the bowl to Samson. Here.
Eat, boy.
Boy. Boy! Eat. He doesn't actually say that. I just wanted to make the Kratos reference.
Boy.
Boy. Boy!
Hey, boy.
But yeah, he'll pass it off to you, and then he'll crisscross. Apple the sauce. Bump.
Cool.
Thanks.
He starts eating the soup. Does Samson say anything to the Barzan?
So, what exactly is an invalid?
An invalid?
Yes.
It is a person that either willingly or through other circumstances just can't help themselves.
I see. Well, I mean, wouldn't that describe a lot of people?
Yes. In the millions upon billions of people, or mortals in general, that walk around and ordained to have conscious thought, there is an incredibly large portion of them, though not a majority, that manages to somehow, with all the gifts of consciousness and independent thought, manage to seek or maintain lives in which they are not in control, actively sabotaging or otherwise undermining themselves and invalidating everything that makes them a sentient organism.
Sounds like you should get over it.
It's infuriating.
Is it someone you know? Like, personally?
And he just like pinches the bridge of his nose. If it was somebody I knew nothing about, how could I possibly be irritated by them being an invalid?
Because people bother you.
I know sometimes I can be short-tempered. Okay, I know most of the time I'm short-tempered, but I wouldn't dare to say I'm a shallow person. How could I be aggravated by something that is out of sight and thus out of mind?
That's a good point. But that leads me to another question.
As any time I open my mouth seems to.
Well, hey, you're the one who said ask the question.
That wasn't directed at you. It was a general statement. When I open my mouth, people ask me questions. When I close my mouth, people sometimes stop asking me questions.
It's almost like when I'm having a conversation with people.
There's a second side to it.
It's almost
People
like
actually
the
have
two
to
people
respond when I say things? Can't the world just listen as I speak? No.
Ugh.
He's not actually like that, but, you know.
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, Samson's next question.
Well, if they're inside and in mind, is it somebody here?
He just looks up at you. I'm going to tell you the exact same thing I told the small one. We are on a boat in the middle of a sea or ocean. Really, the size of this body of water is interchangeable with either, and it gets called both. Where in the vast expanse of what you see out in the horizon, as he literally traces his finger along the horizon, do you think there could be someone else? I mean,
Well,
yes, there's a crack. Yes, there is a kraken underneath the boat, but that's 3,000 meters down.
Let's go meet him.
Well, Zanzibar, you make a good point, but I also know you sort of have the ability to see things from a distance. I didn't know if someone else you were watching was pissing you off.
And you literally just grab his face and starts dragging his skin down. Oh my god, it's like you two are melded at the hippocampus.
Two people who spend the majority of their time together have similar ways of thinking.
How could anyone start thinking the same way? Where is your independence?
Man, stop copying Nim, Samson.
Oh god, I'm Nim! Gun in mouth.
Jeez.
Okay, first off, that's uncalled for. You should have been. That means I have magic.
I already know I don't have magic, which means I just have problems.
No, of
If
course
you're
Samson.
Nim.
No, if Samson was Nim, of course he'd stick the gun in his mouth. Because the first thing he'd think is, my mother doesn't love me? And that would kill him.
True.
Oof.
For Samson,
Well,
becoming
Nim
Nim
doesn't-
means having parents that don't care about him anymore. And he's only got the one. And that one's
Yeah, but now
dying.
he'd have two ignoring parental figures. And he'd know what his dad looks like. Also, he'd have an aunt. The aunt's there. And her principal.
He didn't physically become... You know what? Digressing. Anyway.
Anyway,
Samson was talking to Zanzibar, and he was judging some people.
Was Samson speaking or was Zanzibar responding?
Zanzibar was responding by saying that we are joined at the hippocampus. Something Samson has no idea what that actually means, but also has the tact to not ask it, as Zanzibar already seems like he's going to rip his face off.
I wonder what it's like to have tact.
Well, I suppose I should be grateful for the fact that even though you both spit out the same words, it seems like you two are learning. Congratulations for me! Somebody's getting it.
Nim's getting an education again.
As he'll twirl around the contents of the soup. And you know, you haven't taken a good look at the soup, so he's twirling the spoon around and you see something just like spiraling around it, getting caught on it. And I'll just pick it up like it's a noodle and pop it in his mouth.
It is, in fact, not a noodle.
It is in fact not Samson's business, as he's going to eat it.
Samson decides to dig in.
Yeah.
First, well, probably would have been Nimmer, Yellow, that was the first one. But scene changes. So you bite into it, and you know, Samson's a modest guy, right? He eats modestly. He's not used to fancy
Rich
food.
foods.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you've eaten stews. You've
Yeah.
eaten hearty stews.
Yeah.
You feel like you went up in the socioeconomic bracket.
This feels immaculate.
Basically,
Wow.
and you realize that the thing he was twirling around his spoon is actually very thinly sliced meat that is now functioning as like a noodle because it's just cut so long and thin.
He spaghettied meat.
And in fact, yeah, it's like a long flat noodle. In fact, the taste of the meat's almost familiar, but you can't think of where to place it. It's definitely not Hydrask.
Oh well.
You bitch! You know what you did? Stop smiling!
I don't know what you mean.
You bitch! Take my joy away from me.
I don't know what you mean.
Samson got any other things he wants to say?
Nope. Oh yeah, he's just gonna go, this is good.
Thank you.
You made this?
Of course I did. You think they know how to make this?
I mean, I heard that Rosebeard knew how to cook, but I didn't get very raving reviews around it.
Well, because most people aren't used to eating gruel. Hell, they're... Nope, wrong word. I mean, they are pirates. All they do is pretty much eat gruel and work.
Sad.
Tragic.
Mm-hmm.
Sagic.
When you live a life like they do, it's not about form, it's all about function.
Or
If it looks-
seasoning.
If it looks pretty, it's a bonus. Hey, he never said they didn't season it.
How do you have tasteless gruel if the problem isn't not seasoning it?
No one said tasteless.
Making it sound like you mean tasteless.
It tasted.
Taste is...
Taste is very not good.
That and the fact that it is a boat. Normally, you don't have the ability to just dump everything into a pot. If it tastes good, it tastes good. If it doesn't, it'll still keep you from starving. Fortunately for me, as he just snaps his fingers and a lemon drops into his hand, I have a pantry. That's good.
Makes sense.
Samson says as another lemon appears in his hand.
Samson just snaps his fingers and makes a lemon appear in his head.
I mean, Samson's not gonna hold his hand out for a lemon.
No, but it'd be really funny if Samson just picked his fingers up, snapped them, and he just made a lemon. Like, what? How? What? What?
Can I roll Arcana to do that?
Sure. Roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
Please get a nat 20 twice. Please get a nat 20 twice.
Well,
The dice. No.
You say that. But sometimes those Arcana checks do be crazy.
Now, Samson's going to snap his fingers.
And just hold out his hand.
Bang.
You know, I could be mean, but it's still hilarious that you thought that would work.
Wouldn't know if I didn't try.
And that's what I like about you. Always the optimist.
Have you seen
How it
Zanzibar?
was so
You gotta
bad
be-
it was negative magic.
Oh man, I know that feel.
His
The
attempt
nearest lemon
was so
disappeared.
bad that he just voided some of the magic in the area.
I'm just gonna blame it on the on the armor. It's all the Atom armor, that's why.
Yeah, it's blocking your magical flow.
It's blocking his funky flow.
Whoop.
Samson can't be funky fresh.
You don't have that magical drip. You got that anti-magic drip.
That negative drip.
Anti-magic dry.
See, what you gotta do is that you gotta just keep driving your Arcana lower and lower to the point where it overflows.
That's not how that works.
Or underflows.
Underflow. Yeah. Alright, time to get a 0 in intelligence.
No.
Snaps his fingers and the world just blinks out of existence.
But in its place, a single lemon appeared. I did it!
Whoa.
So glad you said lemon and not peanut butter jar because, God, one of those was a good answer and the other one was just gonna be such a low-hanging fruit. I made it funny without realizing it. Anyway, Nim and Hyala share a meal.
Nim still talks about random nonsense because it's Nim.
Don't stop talking.
We stopped talking.
Yeah. I was just eating quietly and then we'll probably fall asleep.
I feel like Nim kind of got caught up in like her own conversation to you, not with you, but to you, and then she'll like look up and see you're asleep.
Yeah. Just like bedtime story.
Nim will take her bedroll and put it over you, so you have a blanket. Nim is mother hen. Must
Nim
keep
is
child warm.
Nim shapeshifts into a giant chicken.
I can not do a giant chicken, but I also can't get wings, so I could be a chicken with human arms.
Wingless chicken.
A chicken with dragonborn arms.
Oh wait, whoa! I have the perfect image for that. It's a random post I saw today. But look at this chicken.
Oh!
Chicken.
I love it! I've seen it, but I love it!
I also think Nim would also have to have human feet, because I don't think you can lose toes. Yeah, for some reason it's really picky about changing your shape. Like, you can grow a tail, but you can't have only a tail.
Christmas!
Grimace.
Nim wonders, how is Hyala comfortable right now?
The trick is, she's never comfortable.
No, don't say that, that's sad.
For my secret, Captain.
Nim's gonna watch the stars for a while. Got no one to talk to now.
Oh yeah, does Simpson go to bed?
Samson's still thinking, so he's gonna take a while, but like, eventually.
Say like an hour?
Probably like an hour later, yeah.
Yeah, Nim might sneak on over and bother Samson. What are you doing?
What the hell are you doing?
As Zanzibar's
Asking you
sitting
what
there
you're
with
doing.
Samson and Nim just sneaks up. Hey, psst, hey.
What you guys doing?
I'm been thinking about stuff. Why?
What you thinking about?
Stuff?
Like what? What kind of stuff?
Stuff?
And
Oh, I
things?
see. I'm not cool enough to know. I'm kidding.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. How was dinner?
Dinner was really good.
It reminds me of the food I have back home.
Are you just talking around Zanzibar right now?
I'm said, what are you guys doing? You just didn't reply.
You eat stuff like that every day back at home?
Yeah.
Yes, she does. More fancy, actually.
Dang.
Yeah, that's the first course.
Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna say. Usually it's the first course. You have the soup first, and then you have your main meal, sometimes an appetizer.
Oh god, I'm just thinking back to that big meal you made us.
Still can't believe you guys only eat one meal a day. I mean, one meal per meal.
Well, it's a meal. It's not meals. I don't. They're not suppers. They're not lunches. They're not breakfasts.
And
No,
what
they're
she's...
courses.
Yes, and the breakfast she set up for you guys would have been considered small.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the rich aren't happy unless they could have fed 13 more people with the waste they create. No offense.
Hey, it doesn't go to waste. At least not in my house. I can't say for others. I'm gonna treat you and Yala to a nice steak when we get back to my country.
Steak?
Mhm.
What's that?
Nim looks at you in like abject horror. You've never had a steak before? You know, like a nice slab of meat?
Oh. I've seen like big slabs of meat on menus before, but I ain't never been able to order it. It's always
Don't worry,
been
I'll-
the more expensive stuff.
Don't worry, I'll get you a steak and a nice thing of wine.
Ooh, wine. That's right, I got whiskey. Wait, no, I'm thinking.
You can't think and drink.
Also, Jabe, you gotta go bed, no, right?
Oh crap, it's that time.
Yeah, it's that time again. Unfortunately, it is that time to end the session. What a shame. We're gonna...
Alright, it's taken us 2 weeks to get through one day. It's like the beach episodes never ended.
But there's been so much more character
Development for some people.
I was gonna say development. I don't know if you could call today development.
Progress in their emotion. It just hasn't developed yet, but progress.
Things have changed.
Yeah,
Yala
unfortunately.
was concerned about boarding the ship, and now she's been proven that that was a reasonable thing to be afraid of.
Proven?
In her own mind, she's proven.
Yeah?
She has not actually been proven right.
Yeah, she was afraid she's gonna feel like she was in danger, and she feels like she's in danger, so...
I mean,
From a
that's
situation
valid.
of her own making.
The situation does not change the outcome.
I mean, anything can be a self-fulfilling prophecy if you make it.
I mean...
I'm gonna get $1 million.
Did you guys like my shenanigan, though?
Your shenanigan was great. Which one? Hold up, wait a minute.
Only one was planned that I said today.
Which one?
The Kiala with the fun down under part.
Oh.
Which one were you thinking?
It's been a blur.
You've done a lot of shenanigans today.
And not all of them were by me.
Yeah. Thoughts on session?
Good. God damn, Hala needs help.
Yeah, she's literally just drilling herself a deeper hole.
If only I could have passed that medicine check in a more helpful way.
So what are you feeling?
Yeah!
So what is it that you want to know about yourself?
It was a great roll.
Prestidigitation to make a therapy count.
It was a great roll, but like...
I would like to know about myself, why I become useless and terrible.
You are not useless. It's just that you think you are, and we need to fix that.
Yeah.
I
Pulls a
recommend
giant
Cycle
hammer.
Shock Therapy.
Definitely,
I recommend
yeah.
shock treatment, and she just reaches up her hand and casts shocking grasp.
Rude.
Did that make you feel any better?
No.
Then we'll have to do it again.
Yes, do it till I get knocked unconscious.
Shocking grass is gonna take a while. I think I ran out of spell slots, fam.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of Thunderweed.
Sari has it.
Grasp the shock. Nim learned some magic!
Yeah.
Some great utility magic.
I use shocking grasp, but instead of
Really?
grabbing them, I just put my hand in a finger circle and shock them that way.
Nim's getting up at 4 in the morning!
Why?
Woo! Because Zanzibar!
Man, I can't wait to give shocking grasp on my artificer homebrew.
I wish I could play my artificer more.
I wish I could ever play any of my artificers.
We should just DM a campaign for each other.
Like a one-on-one?
Yeah, like, both of us are players, but at the same time, both of us are the DM. And we just DM for the other person's character.
You do realize all you're describing is roleplay.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're just RPing.
well now you just took the
Yeah.
fun out of it.
Yeah, who the fuck wants to roleplay in a role-playing game?
Damn. That sounded really cool. Then you put a label to it and now it's not fun anymore.
It sounded cool, and then you called it what it is, and I'm upset.
Sorry. I'll call it something else.
Please, come up with a different term.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me do something real quick.
Dungeon mutuals. Yeah, there we go.
That does not sound right. That sounds wrong.
Alright. Wait, no, that one word doesn't work. Barrier.
We're gonna call it
Barrier where?
Sleep. Junior. Seat. Side. Pony. Europe.
Just looking up words.
Oh yeah, I went on a random word generator. So you can officially call it stain.
We'll call it Barrier Pony.
Or stain victory?
I don't like that.
Bring bind prisoner. Prevent pair majority. Composer. Jail.
I do not like Stain Victory. Vote it down.
Yeah, it just means that you were stained in your victory.
Difficult permanent. Oh, this actually works. Difficult permanent experience.
That's
our campaign.
That's the campaign already.
Well, you guys said that, and I was about to say my life, and like that.
Life is only temporary.
Desire excess house.
Some days I don't think
Germany
it's
is forever.
Sometimes I don't think it's temporary enough, but okay.
Hey, Rebel, how long do you think
Or
Nim
judgment
and Samson will
exploration.
talk?
All night.
No, Nim can't do that.
All night.
I do not have spell slots. And
All
apparently I'm
night.
supposed to be cactus.
What is going on all night?
Nim and Sans are talking.
Yeah, you can't do that. You gotta be you gotta be up at 4.
Yeah, no, if Nim doesn't go to bed, she doesn't have spell slots.
That sounds like a Nim problem.
It will
Oh
be
god,
a
I'm
very
staring
bad
at roll
problem.
20. I'm hearing the music and we're talking, and I keep thinking we have to do more campaign, but no, we have to stop campaign. Oh god, that's right.
We
I
have
left
to
the
start
recording
campaign.
running. What? Ah! Goodbye, everybody.
Sayonara.
Toodles.
Great.